Hello, everybody. So today's question is, what does the Bible say about compassion? Okay. Well, first, let's define compassion. Compassion means to show concern for the sufferings or the misfortune of others. You should be able to understand that. Okay. So that is the meaning of compassion. So now I'll give you an example of compassion. So let's say if you see someone on the floor crying because they have a stomach ache and you bend down to comfort that person, that's an example of compassion, okay? That's compassion. So basically compassion is when you help others when they're low or down or when they're suffering, that's compassion. You should be able to understand that, okay? Compassion is so important because compassion saves lives, especially those that are near death. Compassion, when you show compassion, that can save someone's life. Okay? Just like if you see someone on the floor and they're bleeding, maybe near death, and let's just say you call 911. You call the ambulance. That's showing compassion right there. You see a complete stranger on the floor about to die, and you offer to help him. That's showing compassion. Yeah, that's why compassion is so important, because it can save lives. Which is why you have to practice compassion. You have to practice compassion. Okay. When you see someone suffering, you have to help them. Okay. Practice compassion. Again, compassion saves lives. Compassion is also needed to help the poor. Compassion is also needed to care for the sick, etc. Again, that's why compassion is so important, okay? Compassion is so important as far as helping the less fortunate, those that are hurting and those that are near death, okay? That's why compassion is so important, and that's why we have to practice, and that's why we have to show compassion, okay? We have to have compassion, okay? That's the reason for it, okay? Yeah, please practice compassion, okay? That's today's lesson, right? Please practice compassion, okay? Right, yeah. If you see someone who is in need of help them, right? Reach out to them, lend that helping hand, okay? If you see someone who needs help or someone that's suffering, help them. That's compassion. Help them. Don't just stand there or sit there and do nothing. Help the person that's suffering, okay? Help them. Practice compassion, okay? You should be able to understand this video, okay? I noticed that many of you lack compassion. A lot of you lack compassion. That's concerning, You see someone suffering, but you don't do anything, okay? You just sit there, you just stand there. You don't do anything. That's highly concerning, That's part of what makes us human, It's empathy, having compassion. That's part of what makes us human, Even Jesus Christ in the Holy Bible had compassion. Christ in the Holy Bible taught us compassion when he sacrificed himself on the cross for the sins of humanity. Yeah. So Christ was the one that taught us compassion, okay? So please practice compassion as Christ taught us. Feed the poor, care for the sick, help anyone who is in need. Please practice compassion, okay? That is today's lesson. God bless every living soul that will see this video.